Right, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are from. I can't just walk around Heacham all day listening to Purple Rain on repeat, or just the Beatles. And I must say, the goated song of all time of the Beatles is Rain. If you haven't heard Rain, listen to Rain. It's a B-side as well. It was the B-side. Yeah, it's just a banger. You know what, I've just noticed something right here, and I'm going to have to show you, because this is actually sick. Right, so from where I'm standing, you can't see it directly, but when I was just literally a few meters down that way, you can see the spire of Heacham Church, okay? And then if you come over this way, let me zoom in, try and get my finger, there's Heacham Church. And you know what I just noticed? Through that gap, you see that really flat building up there, right up the top in the distance. That's St. Edmund's, that is Hunstanton's Church. You can see all three from here. I know to most people that will mean absolutely nothing, but I think that's quite sick. It's the triad of, I was going to say the triad of the St. Mary's, but one of them St. Edmund's. But there are so many St. Mary's around here, which is kind of crazy, especially thinking most of them were Catholic churches before. And you think, you know, the Protestants wouldn't really want to be associating the church too much with Mary. But people do what people do. Right, so I did walk sort of down the sewage farm and then sort of back up and then round to where I am now. I have no idea where I'm going to go. I mean, I sort of have a rough route in my head, but I wasn't planning on making a video. I mean, nor am I ever. It sort of just pops up and then I decide to do it. So, well, you'll see wherever I go. I can't lie, I was sort of just in the middle of the road there. I was not watching where I was going. I was doing a Diane, but none of you will get that reference. So, either ways, where I'm going to go, there's sort of a broken bridge to get across to the field, which is slightly annoying, but we can make the jump. It's always a lot further down than I think it is. You hit like 5 turns and then you think you went down the wrong path, but it's, yeah, not too far. You know what, there's so many of these pink trees around Heacham now. I don't know what they are, some sort of blossom, I don't know. Pretty cool though. Ow, 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 spike in my foot. How did that get in there? You know what I said about the million bends and then thinking you're walking down the wrong road? I genuinely thought I may have went down the wrong one, but I don't think I have. You know what, I wouldn't like to live in this house here because so many people just come straight past the house down to what looks like nothing, but you'll see in 2 seconds. Yeah, I don't know who broke the bridge, but yeah, it's not been replaced. I remember when it broke last time, or at least it's a brick here now. Well, that wasn't too awkward. Last time I came here, it was just 2 pieces of wood snapped. If you go through that way, you'll see the farm, but I'll show you that from a different angle. Yeah, these fields, they were like completely flat, like maybe a couple months ago. But now, all of a sudden, they are overgrown again. Which I suppose is good if you're trying to like sort of sneak into that farm. Yeah, not that I've ever done that. Honestly, I don't know if it's hotter today or yesterday, but I checked earlier, it was like 14, 15 degrees, but it's definitely gone out because I am like about to sweat, which doesn't happen all that often. I mean, to be fair, I tend to sweat when it's like -2 degrees, and then when it's boiling, I don't, but I think my body has become more normal, which is always great. But let me just get into the next field. So you can technically go down there, but there is a bit of barbed wire. I feel like I could be part of the reason that's there. Don't want to talk too loud because there are people working there. But let's continue this way. Get a little further away. Then I can show you the semi-abandoned part of the farm, which I've also never been to, if never meant 100 times. But wait, you can see it through there, but I'll get a better shot. Right, assuming there's no one in this field, which there usually is, there isn't. Fantastic. Look at those hay bales. They have so many hay bales. There never used to be anywhere near that amount. And I believe they keep cows in that big one, allegedly. And yeah, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, I've been all through all of these places, and there's so many different parts. It's actually just so fucking fun. It's a lot easier to go in the day than it is night, which is weird, but it does work out that way. Yeah, I won't say too much, but if you know, you know. Anyway, let's head back up this way to the, well, whatever that thing is. It's not like a shed, it's like, I don't know, unused is what it is. Right when I say there's no one in the field, all of a sudden someone's in the field, because when isn't there someone? But I don't know, I'll figure out where to go from here. You know, one time ages ago, this thing behind me, that little teeny shed, had like a dead rabbit on it or something. And yeah, I remember sitting on top of that thing. It was not the sturdiest thing in the world, but it's very overgrown now, and that was a few years ago. But anyways, we are here now, and I shall show you inside. It's not that exciting, but and I really don't know how that thing's got such a big hole in it. Like, how do you even do that? Oh, thank God there's no one in there. However, there are some ducks. Fair enough. Wow, there's a lot more graffiti than when I last came. Hi. Oh, my favourite graffiti's still over there though. I was going to come down here one time and like clean all of it up, but then like, what's the point? There's nowhere you can put it. But I might still do that. Yeah, I remember taking a few photos. I turned the camera around and yeah. I don't think they're on my Instagram anymore actually, to be fair. They could be. Either ways, I know my voice is getting quite boring. Right, so this was 100% just for consistency because I don't know what the fuck that video was, but just allow me. Better things are coming soon. Right, I'll catch you shortly.